YouTube, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Screens, and I'm back again with another YouTube video. So today's video is going to be my personal center build. I know that a lot of people are out there, they've been wondering, like, oh, they've heard a lot about these new center builds with like 90 speed and shit like that, but they don't necessarily know how to make them. So I will be teaching you guys how to make the best center build in NBA 2K21 current gen, along with the badge setup for every single thing that you guys are going to want to need, and I'll explain everything. So the very first thing that you guys are going to want to do is the position. Now, for me, power forward is the best. Now let me explain why. So the reason why people don't make centers this year is because you are going to want to use a certain height that people do not use, or that you basically just can't unlock it as a center. You guys are going to want to use the height of 6'8", so power forward is going to be the best way to go. Also, you get the most finishing badges and playmaking badges if you make a power forward compared to, say small forward, shooting guard, point guard, and center. So the badges is just better. Now, a lot of people in every single one of my videos, it doesn't even matter if it's like current gen, next gen, 2K20, like anything. People are always on my ass saying like, oh, this isn't a center build, this is a power forward. No. Like every single time people tell me that, like my brain kind of hurts. So I want to just point out that like everybody uses these. Like if you watch anybody play next gen or current gen, they're using power forwards. Like this is the, like, it's both games. It's next gen and current gen. They use power forwards for everything. They use it for centers and for guards on next gen, but in current gen, they use them as centers. So power forward is the position. I don't really know if there's a difference between handedness. I always just go with lefty just because I always I always have been. And also, I just go with jersey number 00. That doesn't really have any effect, but yeah. So, now, the thing that you guys are going to want to do is you guys are going to want to scroll down all the way to this pure red pie chart. You guys are not going to want to go with this red-green, this red-yellow, pure yellow, anything. You guys are going to want to go with the pure red. It's the only center build that people usually use in this game when they want to actually be good. Now, if you guys want to have, like go for rep and stuff like that, I advise you to either make a blue red or a pure blue. But if you guys want to just make the best center build in the game, the pure red is the way to go. So now I also want to point out that you guys can make the build the same way for everything, but the only thing, the thing that people are doing is it's a toss-up when it comes to this physical profile. If you want to go with either the pure speed, which is just the mostly purple one, or the speed vert, which is the purple and pink one. Personally, the difference is in when the build is all said and done, the speed vert, the purple and pink one, is going to have 4 less speed, but it's also going to have 13 more vertical. So this is personally the one that I would go with. I don't think you're going to notice a huge speed difference compared to the pure speed one with the speed vert one, but I do think that you're going to recognize a difference with the 13 difference in vertical. So I went with speed vert. I also, at the beginning of the year, went with balanced. This one was good until people realized that, the speed glitch was a thing and you needed the fastest possible center. So you do want to go with the speed vert right here. So the attributes, you guys are going to want to go with max out finishing, except for post hook, and then take your driving layup down 1, and then also take your close shot down 1. So if you guys notice, you still have 16 finishing badges. If you go lower on anything else, then, yeah, you lose it. So go with max finishing and then take down your close shot 1 and your driving layup down 1. Now for your playmaking, you guys are going to want to max out your pass accuracy and max out your post moves, and then bring your ball handling to exactly a 51. This will unlock the 6 playmaking badge, which is the max you can get for a power forward. Now, for the defense, you guys are going to want to, obviously you're going to get 30 defensive badges, but the attributes do matter because you're going to get 30 defensive badges anyway, so you might as well have the best optimal stats. So with 189 attribute upgrades remaining, you're not going to be able to max out everything. So what I would advise you guys to do is literally max out everything and skip interior defense. So once you max out everything except interior defense, go back and just add the rest to interior defense. So interior defense in 2K is kind of like a blind stat. It's not really that good of a stat. It's just kind of it's not that good of a stat. It doesn't really affect any sort of interior defense like it normally says. It just has to do with post control and stuff like that. So interior defense is kind of useless. You guys are much are gonna want to usually have perimeter defense, lateral quickness, steal. You guys are gonna want to have these stats maxed, not really interior defense, because your interior defense is going to be lower anyway because you're going to decrease the weight. So I usually always go with Burly just because I think it's the best one, and even if, because you're going to turn down your guy's weight, your guy is going to like look skinnier than say your stereotypical Burly like max weight player, you know what I mean? So go with Burly, go with 6'8", which is, like I said, 6'8" is the thing that you guys, like the height that you can't get on a center. For a center, you can only go down to 6'9". This year, the meta is 6'8", so go with 6'8" for your height. And then now your weight. Now, obviously, like I said, if you were to max it out, your guy, well, you know how he looks, like kind of actually, like he actually looks bigger there. If you go all the way to 190, look at your speed and look at your defensive stats. So you have a perimeter defense and lateral quickness of like an 86. You're driving both layup and driving dunk go up, so you're gonna get contacts off rip. And now people are gonna like kind of say like the strength is kind of ass, but the thing is about this game is that strength really doesn't matter to begin with. Strength is kind of a useless stat this year. A lot of people don't really recognize that, and the only like issue that strength can have is with setting screens and also boxing out. So with this badge setup thing I'm going to show you guys, it's going to completely negate that, making strength, like having strength in general, useless. So go with 190. If you go with anything lower than 190, you're just losing attributes. Like you see, like I literally didn't gain anything, but I just lost an interior defense there. So go with 190 pounds. And as you guys can see in the top right, I'm going to have 90 speed, 88 acceleration, and a 97 vertical at 99 overall with Gym Rat. That's insane because, I mean, a lot of people don't know that you can actually just add +8 to your physical stats. But, yeah. So, weight 190, wingspan max. So, if you guys look at this build now, this is like this is insane. Look at the defensive stats, too. Apart from interior defense, which, like I said, kind of useless, you are basically a lockdown with, like, 90 pluses in perimeter defense, lateral, and steal. And also, your rebounding is going to be, like, 90 like 7s, 96s, and stuff like that. Like, it's gonna be crazy. So go with max wingspan and go with glass cleaner takeover because it's just better than rim protector. Like, rim protector kind of sucks. So go with glass cleaner. That's what everybody else is doing. And this is the blah build, or the glass cleaning finisher that everybody has been using in the States. Now, like I said, if you guys want, like, if you guys don't care about vertical and you guys want to go with the extra speed, you guys can make the build the exact same, but just at the beginning, change your physical profile to pure speed. Now, I'm going to show you guys the best badges, because like I said, the strength does matter in a sense, but I'm going to show you guys the perfect badge setup to actually completely negate the strength stat as a whole. So hold on, I'll be right back with you guys right now. So as I said before, y'all, here are the badge set. Here's like the badge screen. 16 finishing, 1 shooting, 6 playmaking, and 30 defense. Now, obviously, like for shooting, you're gonna be like, oh, there's no point in it because I can't shoot. The shooting badge actually does matter, so I'm gonna do that one first. You guys are always gonna want to go with slippery off ball with inside centers, because slippery off ball is actually like, it just makes it so that you're harder to bump and it's easier to like you slip faster on pick and roll situations and stuff like that. So slippery off ball actually does help you out a lot. So go with that. And then for your playmaking badges, it really depends on the mode you're playing. So if you want to play, say for example, say you're playing 2s, I would go with gold unpluckable and then gold quick first step. Gold quick first step is a staple, so you aren't going to change this badge. The only thing that you guys are going to change is unpluckable. So like I said, for 2s, this is what you guys are going to want to run, of gold unpluckable and then gold quick first step. But then for your, what's it called? If you guys are going to want to play 3s, I would advise you guys to take down unpluckable to around bronze and then go to downhill and put this on silver. If you guys don't know, downhill literally it just says it. When you're running up the court with the ball in transition, you're going to just gain speed. Like, you're going to be faster. So having downhill is going to make you harder to guard in transition, along with just you also have unpluckable, so you're harder to like actually rip just in general. So that's that. Finishing badges. You guys, this is personally what I run. I run contact finisher, relentless finisher. This is actually the thing that gets you contact dunks too, contact finisher and relentless, and also slithery. I feel like these 3 badges right here are what give you contact dunks. Like, I kind of noticed that when you don't have these badges on, you get a lot of like contested layup animations, you get a lot less contact dunks. You need these 3 in my opinion. Now, like, you guys can obviously argue with me and stuff like that, but personally, these are the ones that you guys are going to want to 100% have. Another one that you guys are going to want to definitely have on your players is Showtime. Now, a lot of people, like, to this day still don't know what Showtime is. Basically, when the higher rarity this badge, right? So I have it on gold. That's the max I can get it. The higher, like, up in tiers that you have this badge, the more takeover you get or the more takeover your teammates get when you do a flashy dunk. So, say for example, the point guard passes you the ball, you pull down on the right stick. If you guys didn't know, that's how you do it. You literally just run to the basket, hold RT, and pull down on the right stick, and you guys will do a quote-unquote flashy dunk. When you guys do one of those, your teammates will actually get a big boost in takeover because of this badge. Now, you won't get a big boost in takeover. That's not what I'm saying. Your teammates will get a lot more takeover because of you having this badge on and you doing a flashy dunk. So, like I said, this badge is 100% one that you have to have on as a center, especially. This badge is actually like it's like banned in like wagers and tournaments and stuff like that. Like, they actually limit this badge to, I'm pretty sure, bronze in a lot of like tournaments and wagers, just because of how like overpowered the takeover that your teammates get from it really is. So, we have 4 badge points remaining. What I usually do is I like to put on Lob City, but only on bronze. I really don't like see a point in having it higher than bronze because like what is it gonna do? I feel like it doesn't really do anything. The difference between like gold and bronze really isn't noticeable for me because I've been running it on bronze for a while now. I used to have it on gold, which is why I'm saying like the difference I don't really see. So I usually just rock with that on bronze just so I'm not like completely stupid when it comes to catching lobs, because obviously as a center, your 2 ways of scoring are going to be catching lobs and doing flashy dunks. That's personally what I would go with. And now for the last badge, I would go with Putback Boss. Now, a lot of you guys might be confused about what this badge really is. This is the badge that a lot of people know or talk about, this move called the Pausin'. Now, if you guys want me to do a tutorial on like this certain move, then I will gladly do that. But basically, when you get an offensive rebound and you run or like out of the paint for a little bit and then do the Pausin', this badge actually increases your chances of like getting the animations off of the offensive rebound and dunking it. So you get a lot more dunk animations. Your layups are going to go in more often with this badge going in, because obviously, as you see, increased shot percentage when attempting a putback after an offensive rebound. Putback is not like the ball coming off the rim and you're doing a putback dunk. It's literally just if you grab the offensive rebound and lay it on the ground and then like take like 2 dribbles and then put it up, that's considered a putback. So you're going to increase the animations of getting a Pausin', and also you're going to increase the animation or the percentages of just making like the shots off of the offensive rebound in general. So these are the first 3 categories. Now, obviously, the most important one is the defensive badge category because you guys are a pure red after all. So here's what I would personally run. Now, I know you, like I said, boxing out and setting screens are the 2 biggest issues when it comes to not having strength. So right off the rip, I have both Hall of Fame box and a Hall of Fame brick wall. Now, if you guys didn't know, for box, every single tier of box, so say for example I have it on bronze, every single tier of box is equivalent to 10 strength. So if I have box on bronze, you guys know that I had a 50 strength on my build. Technically, it's a 60 now. And now it's a 70 because I have it on silver, so that's 20 strength, 80 strength, 40 strength with it on Hall of Fame. I don't know how it works with brick wall, but obviously when you guys have low strength, your screens aren't going to hit as hard, so you guys are going to want to need the highest tier brick wall that you can. Now, the next badge that I would put on is obviously Hall of Fame Rebound Chaser, because you guys are going to want to get the most rebounds that you guys can, just to get more possessions for your team as a whole. The next 2 badges that I like, they kind of go hand in hand, is Chase Down Artist Hall of Fame and also Rim Protector Hall of Fame. These, if you get like a chase down block or something, even though you have glass cleaner takeover, you guys notice a huge jump in takeover when you get a block with these 2 badges on. And because a lot of people don't actually know that your takeover based off of blocks actually has to do with the rarity of both your Rim Protector and Chase Down Artist. Now, obviously, if you guys don't have like a whole lot of shooting badges, no, I'm sorry, not shooting badges, a whole lot of defensive badges, You guys can go with, like, say for example, just like this on gold and then this on like bronze or something. But because we have 30 defensive badges here, I went with both of them on Hall of Fame just to maximize the amount of takeover that I get per block, and also it increases my chance of just getting a block in general. Next, the one that I want to have on, and it's personally just my favorite badge through the past 2 years, is Interceptor. I run with this Hall of Fame. I just think it's insane. I think like the passing lanes, you get a whole bunch of like Superman passing lane animations. You get a whole bunch of like you just get a whole bunch of like unrealistic steal animations off like the passes and stuff like that, and it's crazy. It really is. So Hall of Fame Interceptor is definitely what you guys are going to want to have on. If you guys want to decrease it, the lowest I would say is like gold, but I rock with that on Hall of Fame. Then now I have 6 left. So usually, like, I'm going to have a 1 Hall of Fame badge, and I'm going to have 1 silver badge remaining. And you guys are going to, like, be kind of stunned when it comes to my Hall of Fame badge, because if you guys don't know, like, aren't, like, too deep of, like, a gamer like me, you guys aren't really going to know about this badge. But I personally run with Hall of Fame Lightning Reflexes. Now, you guys are probably sitting there just like, what the fuck is Lightning Reflexes? I'm going to tell you. So, basically, this badge helps your My Player move. So, what you guys are going to want to, like, what I mean by that is, like, when it comes to just, like, playing passing lanes, for example, your guy, when you press X, is going to react a lot quicker with Hall of Fame Lightning Reflexes compared to, like, if you just didn't have it at all, you know what I mean? And also, there's, like, certain parts in this game when you're playing defense where your My Player will just get stuck, and he'll kind of, like, just, like, slide, and he'll get stuck in quicksand sort of thing. This badge basically decreases the likelihood of that happening. Now, obviously, it still happens from time to time, but it happens a lot less often with this badge on. And now, for my last 2 upgrades available, I'm going to put on Silver Intimidator. Silver Intimidator basically is just, like, you guys know what Intimidator does. It's just not as important as it was in 2K20 because they did significantly nerf it, but Silver just feels, like, perfect to me. Like, there's no, like, I feel like Silver Intimidator just is fine. So, that's the build and badge setup for you guys today. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If it did, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe with those post notifications. If you guys are new to the channel, it helps me out a lot. We're on the road to 10K right now. It's been your boy Screens, and I'm out. Peace.